I fixed my lighting. Side note, how the heck did a carrier service video, a video about carrier service that I did the day I switched to Gomo, how did that get over 1,000 views? I'm going to do another video about it, so, because that's clearly what you people enjoy. So ever since the video I originally made was published, there's been a few changes to their service. The service, if you weren't one of the founding customers, like I was, I got my service on day one, which I am absolutely ecstatic about. But yeah, I was in the first wave of customers to get their Gomo. I am getting it for €10 for life, or €12 for life, sorry. Yeah, €10 for life, sorry. And that is spectacular. That service is unparalleled to any other service on the market. I get unlimited data, unlimited texts, and unlimited calls, 10 gigs of EU roaming data, and you get a certain amount of overseas calls, I think. Don't quote me on that because I'm not actually too sure on that one. I don't make overseas calls, so I wouldn't know. Yes, there is no overage fees with Gomo. That is brilliant about them. You get 80 gigs of unlimited data, which, take it as you will, it's great. Even so, you'll never fill 80 gigs. I filled up about 60 gigs last month, and that was literally just using this thing as a hotspot for everything because I didn't have Wi-Fi for a few days, but that was literally using it for a hotspot for everything, and it still worked perfectly. Next things next. Some people, including people I know myself, were having trouble with signal and service. It might not be great where you are, but the service might vary from person to person because a person in my own house, my entire family switched to Gomo, by the way, after I switched, and it was brilliant. But service for one of them, they were doing the exact same things as me, but their service was utter crap. And they were having problems with text messages and stuff. So keep that in mind, that might have been a once-off. But everyone else I've talked to loved the service. So that might have just been an odd one. And speaking of service and complaints, customer service. I haven't had to get onto them personally, but if you want to get onto customer service, you do it through a web text service. You don't do it through any other type of service. That might get a bit annoying sometimes, but personally, I've never had to do it. And most things that you might have to get in contact with customer service, it's on the website anyways, Gomo. And yeah, Gomo is very popular overseas as well, not just here in Ireland. The service is now €15 or €13, and that'll be for a certain amount of time, obviously, and then they'll raise the prices again probably, but they'll probably stick at that price because they are getting such good service. For example, before I switched to Gomo last November now, jeez, it's a long time, but I was with Tesco Mobile on a €15 a month prepaid plan. I got 100 minutes, I got 100 texts and unlimited data. The €15 a month plan. Not great. Of course, I did use iMessage, so keep that in mind, so it didn't really bother me. And I don't really call people because, as with goes all the millennials, we don't really make phone calls. Anyways, you might make a lot of phone calls, but now you have unlimited calls with no cap. I think it's around 1,000 minutes, but listen, you're not going to fill them up. No overage fees, as I said before, brilliant for that. They just slow down your data once you reach the 80 gigs, but then again, it's still fast enough that it'll probably be a bit below 3G speeds. So you can still make texts, you can still use the internet very slowly, but you can still do it. I highly recommend this plan to anyone who might be interested in it. Obviously, it might take a bit of relearning your phone habits. You know, you can't just call up customer service, which personally really love. I love that I can't call up customer service, because you could be there for hours on end and they still don't give you your answers that you need, really. So, yeah, that's another reason why they can cut down on costs, because they don't pay customer service reps. If you want anything, you go through the texts.